Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. It's Ben Joya from Influence with a Heart. I am super happy that you're here. Thank you for watching this video, and you're going to discover something pretty cool. This is about pizza, a German Shepherd, and your book. So stay with me for a moment because I know that's a kind of strange, interesting confluence of topics, but hey, it works, right? So if we haven't met before, my name is Ben Joya. I'm a three-time international best-selling author, creator of the Influence with the Heart method, and I am all about not only writing your book in as little as 5 weeks, but also leveraging the book before it's published, before it's even finished, to get clients, to get strategic partners, and essentially to make an impact with your message, right? Because why the hell are we doing this otherwise? So, pizza, German Shepherd, and your book. So, a couple interesting things. So, big mistake that people make when writing their books, when creating their books, when they finish their books, especially experts, especially people like you and me. Like, we know our stuff really well, and sometimes we get stuck in that expert syndrome. Like, I'm going to write a book about, all these amazing things that I know, and then somebody reads it and they don't understand why it's for them, right? Or they don't understand the relevance, and basically we spend a lot of time, right, talking about ourselves and everything we know, and what people need, and that might be what people need that you're putting in your book, but is it what they want? Right? People have different perspectives, and that leads me to the German Shepherd. Right, I was on a bus in San Francisco, and right up at the front of the bus, super busy at rush hour, and we're stopped at a light. It's a super busy intersection, so there's all sorts of cars and bikes and scooters and electric vehicles, like the whole deal, right? The whole melange of stuff. And some dude is crossing the street with a German Shepherd, um, but the German Shepherd is off the leash, right? And I'm looking and I'm like freaking out, right? I'm like, thinking, I'm worried that dog is going to get hit, injured, killed, because I've had that experience sometimes in my life, like growing up in cities, and animal runs out the door, the gate is not closed, and bad news, right? So I'm looking over and freaking out, and just feeling on the inside just so uncomfortable. And I turn to the bus driver and I'm like, wow, that man, that dog, that's really scaring me. And the woman looks at me, or the bus driver looks at me, and she's like, yeah, me too. She goes, that's a wild animal, right? So, huge flash of insight at that moment, right? This person had an entirely different experience, an entirely different perspective on the situation at hand, right? She was concerned that there's a wild animal off a leash, right, running rampant on the city streets, whereas I'm concerned that there is some wonderful dog that somebody loves dearly off a leash, um, and in jeopardy, right? So that's why it's so important to really understand what your people want and what your people need in terms of your book. Otherwise, you write a book, you put it up, like get it published in all the places, right? And nobody buys it, and then it just disappears, right? Like, do you want that to happen? Right? And that brings me to pizza, right? I love pizza. I grew up in New York, right? Pizza, pizza, pizza is a beautiful thing. And you may have noticed this. This happens in the publishing industry, the book coaching industry. Certainly, there's a lot of overlap there, and it happens in a lot of industries. But let me talk about, the book coaching world for a moment. So there are a lot of book coaches out there. Word to the wise, right? There are a lot of book coaches out there who are like, "Hey, here's a slice of pizza," right? I'm clearly creating an analogy here, or a metaphor, one of those two things. Here's a slice of pizza, but no, really, it's the whole pizza pie. No, it actually will function like the whole pizza pie. Like, it will, satisfy your hunger in the way that a whole pizza pie will. Yeah, really, really, it's a whole pizza pie. And it's like, no, that is not true, because what happens is there are many coaches, right? There are many service providers in many industries who will offer to do one piece of the puzzle. Like, they'll help you write the book, right? There's nothing wrong with that if they are clear in, in their explication. I love that word. In their explication of what they're going to offer you, like, hey, I'm going to help you write this book, right? Then great. But if they are purporting, to that your book is going to be the answer to everything just by getting it written, without actually taking a look at your business, without actually understanding who your clients are, without understanding the transformation that you offer to them, right? Then, there's you're missing 7 slices of pizza, right? To keep my analogy going here. So, 2 things here. Remember that people have all sorts of different perspectives on stuff, hence the German Shepherd, right? So don't, as an expert, think that you understand everything that your people want, right? You might understand everything that they need, right? But if you say, hey, you need this, people will be like, I don't need that. I don't need Jack. Get away from me, right? Right? Stubborn people, stubborn humans. I'm a stubborn human too. But if you meet people where they need, where they want something, right? They're searching for what they want. Meet them at that place, get them in the door, get them into the pages of your book. Then you can give them what they need, right? And make sure that when you are working with a book coach, hey, I'm a book coach, right? When you're working with a book coach, that you are writing your book in a way that connects deeply to your business. So I have 5-week book mastery coming up starting Tuesday, October 4th, 5weekbookmastery.com. Get in, save $500, because the first thing that I do, the first thing that we'll do together, like, yes, we'll get your book started, but the other thing you're going to do, right, is you're going to have conversations with people about your book. So you're going to be doing research about your book and understanding from that research what needs to be in the book, right? What your people want, how they're describing it, the words that they're using, the language, right? What's most important to them? What's most important to them right now? Because what's most important right now for your people, that's the book you want to write. We're experts in our stuff. We can write, 1, 3, 5, 10, 20, 40 books, depending on our area of expertise, right? Sure. But what's the book that your people need right now? That's the most important thing you want to write. So I can help you do that. Let's tie in your book to your business so you can get more clients, get more strategic partners, make an impact with your message, and start doing all of these things even before your book is published, even before your book is even written. Right? So that's the magic, and your manuscript can be done by November 16th of this year. Right? Can you imagine that? Like, no more regrets. Right? I was the volunteer at a hospice in San Francisco, Zen Hospice Project, for 3 years, right? Regrets suck, right? And people have regrets from not taking action, right? So don't regret this. Don't die with your book inside you, and don't die leaving the people that need you the most hanging out to dry, as they say. I don't even know what that expression is, but there we go. So, Ben Gioia, influencewiththeheart.com. Thank you for being here. Check out 5weekbookmastery.com. The flash dance sale is still going, if you saw me talk about that the other day. So save $500 instantly. Get in on this. This will be the best investment of your life, or at least top 3, right? Yeah, so it would be my honor and pleasure to serve and support you. There's limited seating in the room, right? So there's not a lot of space left. Get in now. Hang out with amazing people, not just me, dare I say so, but, really, really amazing people making an impact with their message. And, let me help you do the same. And I will see you again soon. I'll talk to you.